Hello everyone, my name is Bien from Jakarta. I'm presenting the topic of SAS Visual Analysis Report. These are the 6 areas we are going to talk about. Let's get started. Core business capacity of SAS can be summed up in 3 parts, but our focus will be on SAS first offer advanced data analytics for this report. The core benefits of SAS Visual Analytics can be summed up in 4 areas. Firstly, help manage resources to reduce costs. Secondly, pave the way for next-generation products creation. Thirdly, enable effective work-related decisions. Finally, meet customer and stakeholders' needs through improved services. Our report will be measured up against these 5 objectives. First is to deal with revenue, second is to do with profit margin, third is to deal with costs and upselling opportunities. The second last is relating to promotions and loyalty discounts. Finally, everybody knows cost matters. When it comes to major findings, we will be discussing pricing, products, sales, and market one by one. Pricing. The most important predictors of quantity order are retail price and cost after running the decision tree and following the branch movement. Using a correlation metric here, we see a positive correlation values 0.7790 on the left-hand side, indicating that as cost increases, so does retail price. On the right-hand side, you can see the ratio $1 increase in cost will bring about $1.69 increase in retail price. After understanding the properties of the dataset with 4 variables input on the right-hand side, clustering classified them into 5 groups with cluster ID labels seen on the bottom left-hand side. Here the best matches were cluster 1, 3, and 5, generating substantial profit margin and more orders. Here we are. 5 product categories took up almost 75% of the quantity order in the pie chart on the right-hand side, whereas 7 product categories were identified as poorly performed compared to the top 5 in question 2. No discount for top 10 products would be necessary, as you see on the left-hand side. Rather, the retail price increase of 5% may be desirable in question 3. And 3 groups of products stood out in Australia at the bottom of the page. Top 10 products from Australia: backpack, shorts, and jacket. It may warrant close monitoring for further growth projections in question 5. Now we come to sales and market. In this instance, it shows the summary of the top 10 ranking countries in the world on the right-hand side, and they are lined up by order from left to right by row, showing their ranking relationships clearly. On the left-hand side, you can see obviously US dominated in 3 categories except for children product line as the top country, followed by European countries such as UK, Italy, France, and Germany. Therefore, we can tell why Europe and North America dominated the market as shown in question 10 and 20 below as well. Here we are. Europe was the top seller, especially by retail sale in terms of quantity order and order type, followed by North America, especially so by retail sale. You could see it on the bottom right-hand corner rather. The top 5 supplier country identifies are US in every product line, followed by UK in sport and outdoors, Spain in sports and children's clothes, Canada and Netherlands in sport and clothes and shoes, and is shown on the top part of the page. What they all have in common is sport product line, the top selling product line, followed by clothes and shoes shared by US, Canada, and Netherlands, and you could see it on the bottom left hand side. What we can also see here is that the customer prefer buying from retail outlet rather than through catalogs or online store. So sale efforts should be improving continuously in retail sale, whilst at the same time looking into factors hindering customers from buying through catalogs and online stores as well. Supplier focus. The top and bottom 3 suppliers names are given for success and failures investigation on the top part of the graph. Clearly, we have enough suppliers for sport and clothes and shoes, but not quite so with children and outdoors. One of the major reasons why they were the bottom 2 product lines. Secondly, we can tell that the more the supplies available for each product line, the more the orders generated. By examining the geo map, most of the supplies are clearly found in US. Explaining why US was the top seller by country in every product line, the locations are colored by the number of products. Darker colors indicate average quantity ordered by that supplier. The general rule of thumb is the higher the suppliers, the higher the orders, and the higher the quantity ordered. Now let's talk about Asia and Africa for a moment. We single them out for comprehensive comparison in a range of factors such as order type, cost, and retail price, number of products, number of orders, number of suppliers, and number of customers, seeking to understand their differences, strengths, and weaknesses for sales growth potential. In this instance, Asia demonstrated high potential growth in both catalog and internet sales, cost effectiveness, and quantity order growth due to one major reason: more customers. Even though Africa have more products and suppliers on their side, until we can bring in more African customers to buy from us, it remains cost ineffective for return on investment. Asia stood out, however, clearly, and it requires future growth projections in view of the rise of Asia and the other key economies in the region. When it comes to delivery time, Europe was the highest, followed by North America. The top 3 suppliers indicated the shortest possible time ever taken for delivery. Again, Europe came to the top, followed by North America. This was so due to 3 main reasons. First, high volume orders made by European customers in Europe sold the most overall and by order type, followed by North America, especially US, as seen in bubble plot. High demand on the top 2 product lines, clothes and shoes and sports, applicable to US, Canada, Spain, and UK in particular. The third reason was, relatively speaking, high demand on the outdoor product line due to Europe, especially UK, because sport and outdoors marked the most quantity orders in that country. On the right-hand side, UK has close to 450k orders required for more than 12 days of delivery, whereas UK has more than 105k orders required 2.75 days of delivery. Most countries required delivery time fell within just 1 day or slightly over 1 day. We're talking about sales pattern here. Peak period is divided into two. December short peak, June to August long peak. Short periods also seen clearly divided into two, February, March, and September to October. The difference is that from March to April, we can see it consistently experienced sharp rise trend, whereas from October to November, it consistently experienced slow rise trend. Now we come to the final part of that report is the 12 recommendations. The highlighted ones with star rating are the more critical to business objectives than others. I would recommend each taking its time in reading and understanding thoroughly before any action plan should be made accordingly. In summary, by using past record to draw trends, patterns, and relationships for future projections and best practice development, management board and operation staff are getting decision support in their lines of work. Thank you. Thank you.